Good morning. Let's do our hello song. Are you ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hola, 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 ¿y cómo estás? Muy bien, espero tú también. Shake hands, shake hands, shake hands next to you. Shake hands, and say how do you do? How do you do? Now we'll do our phonemic awareness, so let's do our ABC song. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay. So our nursery rhyme this week is Hickory Dickory Dock. So you ready? Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. So, ding if it rhymes, if it doesn't. Okay? Up, cup. Ding! Mouse, you. Struck, luck. Ding! Ran, van. Ding! Clock, they. Good job. Now the first sound that you hear in a word. You ready? Down, d. Fun, f. Tick, t. Live, l. Zero, z. Okay, let's do 3 sounds to make a word. H, a, g, hug. F, a, n, fun. K, a, t, cut. D, a, k, duck. H, a, t, hut. Good job. Now the last sound you hear in a word. Mice, s. Box, x. Run, n. Cab, b. Clock, k. Good. Now we are going to say a word and then break it apart into 3 sounds, okay? Hug, h, a, g. Fun, f, a, n. Cut, k, a, t. Duck, d, a, k. Hut, h, a, t. Well done. Okay, so I thought today we'd do a little bit of vocabulary. That means words. And it's all to do with our letter of the week that is E. E. Look, she is exercising. So I thought we'd think of words that begin with the letter E. So I looked around my house and I looked around online, and these are some of the things that I found. So first of all, think of your face. Now face begins with the letter F, but there are things on your face that begin with the letter E. Can you think of any? What's this? It's an ear. And then you have earrings. There's an ears begins with the letter E. Now, what do you look with? What do you use if you want to see something? It's your eyes. Right, eyes begin with the letter E. And then you have eyebrows and you have eyelashes. Those all begin with the letter E. Now, is there anything else? Do you remember our emotions cards? So emotion begins with the letter E. And look, here's this guy here. He's very, very tired. Very tired. The word for that is exhausted. Oh, can you look exhausted? Ugh. Now, what about another word for an emotion is excited. You're excited to go to the park. You're excited to watch your favorite television program. So something else that I saw around my house is things that I collect, and it's called embroidery. So can you say the word embroidery? It's a long word. Ready? Embroidery. And here, I believe it's called needlepoint. It's when you sew different color thread. So here is a butterfly. Now this has been made out of wool, and sewing wool, you could paint the butterfly or draw a butterfly. But embroidery is with wool. There's a butterfly. Let's see. I found some other example. Example begins with the letter E. Example of another butterfly. And here, this is more embroidery with different colors. Those are flowers. And then this is one of my favorites. I found this in a secondhand store. So this is a bird. This is embroidery of a bird. He's very beautiful. Now, other things beginning with E. Can you think of anything that you might eat for breakfast? Eat. There you go. Another E. Anything else you might eat for breakfast? Let me think. It's the shape of an oval. It is an egg. Egg. Now I found in my house some other kinds of eggs. So remember, it is Easter, and people celebrate Easter in different ways. And one way is to paint eggs. Now we used to have a friend who she was Polish, and she would paint eggs and give us one for Easter. So here's one of her painted eggs. And I don't know if you might just be able to see, on the other side is a chicken. Or maybe it's a duck, I'm not sure, but it's a bird. And here's another one she painted. Like this is one side, and then she painted the other side. And one last egg to show. Yeah. It's another beautiful flower on one side. And then she painted that on the other side. Now something else begins with E that I thought of. Here is a bowl, and it's full of egg noodles, and now it is full. And if I tip them out, the bowl is now empty. So next I went online and I found these pictures. So here, Easter egg. It's E. Hear the sound? Easter egg. And then I found some, like the ones that Stella used to give us. These are painted eggs. Another way to celebrate Easter and new life. Paint an egg. There is an egg. And then there's a tree that is called an elm. It's an elm tree. They are very tall and they sway. When it's windy, they sway. They are very, very beautiful trees, elms. Very tall. So this looks like a deer, but it's actually an elk. It is an elk. Elk begins with E. Now what about this guy? He is an eagle. An eagle. And here he is, flying eagle. Look how his the feathers on the end of his wings spread out to get the hair. That's an eagle. How about this? This is a vegetable. This is an eggplant. Eggplant. And I found another animal. It is an elephant. Elephant begins with the letter E. Elephant. They're beautiful. I think these are African elephants. They have the bigger ears. Now, how about this? Yes, it's a car, but the kind of car it is, it's called an E-type Jaguar. So it's an E-type Jaguar. So sometimes you might have something like a car, but the name that it's been given is with a different letter, like a Ford Escort, or a Ford Escape, or a Ford Expedition, or a Ford Explorer. This is an E-type Jag. Now, if you went up into the mountains and you were in Switzerland or Austria, you may find this flower. This is called an Edelweiss. These are up in the mountains, you find these. And I found another picture. There. There's an Edelweiss. And you find them, they're spring flowers in the mountains. They're very pretty. Now then, can you think, so you have diamonds, rubies, sapphires, can you think what the green precious stone is called? Can you think at all about that? It's called an emerald. And this is what an emerald looks like when you first see it in the ground. You see how it's part of a rock. It's a rock formation. And then people mine the emeralds and they cut them into shapes, different shapes, and then they make them into jewelry. So these are emeralds. Okay. And last but not least, this guy. It's an emu. It's an emu. You see how beautiful his feathers are, how big his feathers are? Now I found two more pictures of an emu and I couldn't think which one I liked. the most, so I got them both. Look, here he is. Isn't he beautiful? It's like, wait, what's going on here? There's one, and then this is my favorite. I think he's looking in the camera. And he's going, hello. I think he's beautiful. So that's an emu. Okay, so those are just some suggestions of words that begin with the letter E. Now you could look around your house. You could go on a E word hunt around your house and see if you find anything that begins with E. Or it could be a colour, because you actually call green an emerald green. So you could look around to see if you find anything that begins with the letter E. Now I'm going to read this book. And I chose this book because the boy in this book is called Eddie. And Eddie begins with the letter E. So this book is called It's the Bear by Jez Alborough. And Jez Alborough did both the words, so he's the author, and he did the pictures, so he is the illustrator. Okay. It's the bear. Eddie doesn't want to come and picnic in the woods with Mum. I'm scared, he said, about the bear, the great big bear that lives in there. A bear? Said Mum. That's silly, dear. We don't get great big bears around here. There's just you and me and your Teddy Freddy. Now let's all get the picnic ready. How do you think he's feeling? If you look at the pictures, sometimes the pictures tell you more than what the words say. They're walking down the path. He's looking a little scared, isn't he? We've got lettuce, tomatoes and cream cheese spread with hard-boiled eggs and crusty brown bread. There's orange juice, cookies, some chips and... Oh my! I forgot to pack the blueberry pie. I'll dash back and get it, she said. Won't be long. But Mum, gasped Eddie. Too late. She had gone. She's nowhere in this picture. He sat on the basket and tried not to cry. Then, I can smell food, yelled a voice from nearby. It's the bear, cried Eddie. Where can I hide? He opened the basket and clambered inside. Out of the trees stepped a big hungry bear, licking his lips and sniffing the air. A teddy bear's picnic, he bellowed. Hooray! Oh, help, whispered Eddie. He's coming my way. Now, I think the bear looks excited, doesn't he? He looks excited that he's seen the picnic. He's excited. He cuddled his teddy and huddled and hid. Then a great big bear bottom sat down on the lid. The bear munched and he crunched. He chomped and he chewed and greedily gobbled up all of the food. Now what's for dessert? Said the bear. Let me see. Oh, please, whispered Eddie. Don't let it be me. Don't let him see me. Don't let him come. Help! Shouted Eddie. I want my mum. I think the bear's looking just as surprised as Eddie, isn't he? He's looking just as surprised as Eddie. Look, what are they both doing? Both hugging their teddies. Eddie, I'm coming, called Mum. Are you hurt? It's the bear, cried Eddie. He thinks I'm dessert. A bear, said Mum. I told you, my dear, your Fred is the only bear around here. No, he's not, screamed Eddie. Behind you, he's there. Don't be silly, said Mum. There can't be. There just can't be. There isn't. A bear! I told you, cried Eddie. Run, shouted Mum. Blueberry pie, said the bear. I love it. Yum, yum. There we go. That's our book for today. Well, there's no school tomorrow, and then it's Easter break. So I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you in about probably 9 days. Okay, bye.